What's up, nerds? It's the Shriver Twins.
I'm Kaitlyn.
And I'm Kristina.
And welcome back to another episode of Double Feature.
Today we are getting our musical theater on. Yes. It's all about Broadway shows. Yes. So we'll be discussing all of that very shortly. I'm very excited.
Me too. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ring that bell to get notified of our latest videos and podcasts. You can get notifications for some of our videos or all of them. And you want all of them because they're awesome. And don't forget to change your settings on your mobile device and get those notifications turned on. And be sure to follow us on iTunes, Red Circle, and Spotify, as well as our Instagram accounts, which will all be in the description box below.
Woo! Also, this episode today is brought to you by PIN Business Network. Don't settle for the audience that Google wants to give you. Let PIN create the audience that you need. Visit PIN Business Network today at pinbn.com. That's pinbn.com. Thank you, PIN. Woo! Awesome. All right, let's dive in. So,
where first?
We did theater in high school.
Yep.
Shout out to Kurt Munsterman.
Hi, Munsty.
Hi, Munsty.
We miss you.
Did theater, junior and senior year of high school.
Wish we did.
Fell in love with it. Yeah.
Throughout high school, that would have been a smart move.
It was so fun. Did a little bit of it in high school, more just like class, or not in high school, college. Mm-hmm. Did some classes and stuff, but it is something I kind of wish we had continued with, not going to lie. I miss it.
So I actually, because I didn't know what I wanted my major to be, and this was before I wanted to be a designer, I actually almost majored in theater, and I wish I did, but then I wouldn't be here. So
everything works out.
It all works
happens
out,
for a reason.
I don't know. It's just, I love theater so much.
It was a blast. We were part of the tech group, so the techies.
Yay.
So much fun. Kaitlyn and I were in charge of run crew, so we were the ones doing all the props, and, during the blackouts for scene changes, we were the ones changing the sets and all of that stuff, and it was a blast. I'm just reminiscing about it. It just makes me happy, and it was so fun.
I'm sad because we're old.
I know. We graduated high school like 8 years ago, and it's, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like young, but we're like old. This is the oldest we've ever been. Right. So like those of us that are judging us for our age because we're young, this is the oldest we've ever been. So yeah.
But yeah, and I don't know. I just remember like I love doing circle time, which was for those of you who aren't into theater, know very much what happens backstage. Circle time was for us to gather the cast and the crew and just get everybody together and to just kind of, focus and get ready to have the performance. I love circle time. That was probably one of my favorite things. And you forgot about circle time?
Okay, but I don't have the best memory unless it's like movie quotes.
I mean, I don't either, but...
Or like TV quotes or something. So, I mean, it comes back to me. Like, you've brought all this up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that.
This? Remember that? And I was like putting together a list of just fun memories and just things that we would do.
I only have
backstage.
One on my list.
What's on your list?
So it was the first show we did. We were juniors in high school. It was
And
Then
They Came For Me, right? Yeah. That was And Then They Came For Me, right?
Yes. So it was And Then They Came For Me.
Wow.
And it was with Sherry. She was our run crew head. We weren't...
we were under her.
We were under her, so because it was our first,
she was
first
our lead.
Time. We did a show, and so there was something that got like caught up on top of like the scaffolding thing.
Yes.
And in the middle of a blackout, we had to go like fix it and go grab it. But then we weren't fast enough, and the lights came back on, so we had to just like lay as flat as possible on top of this giant scaffolding thing.
Until the next blackout.
For the next blackout, which is like 15 minutes later. So we were just like laying up there, and I felt kind of like Peter Pan's shadow, like when we were going up there, because you could see my silhouette going up to the scaffolding part. But then I just had to like starfish it, and I had to lay down, and we were there for like 15 minutes.
It really wasn't that long.
It felt like it was 15 minutes.
I was either in
like 5.
Yeah, I was in the audience or backstage. I can't really remember. Checking on something or doing something, but it was you and Sherry that got stuck up there.
Yep.
It was not 15 minutes. It was maybe 5.
Like 15 minutes. It felt like 15 minutes for, what, we were 16 at the time?
Yes.
16-year-old us, so 10 years ago. God. Man. And so it felt like 15 minutes. We were just like starfishing it, waiting.
Yeah, I remember
had to like not look up, not do anything, not move, pretty much not breathe. And And then we were able to go once the blackout came, but I totally forgot about that until just now.
That's funny. No, I think my favorite memory, and you mentioned this to me earlier, but we did The Foreigner playback. This was our senior year in high school. This was our fall production. And the set we had, it was raised up on top of the set, or the stage. And, the bottom of the set was maybe 2 feet off the stage floor. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't
that tall. There was some room for us to, like, crawl underneath because there was a trap door.
Oh, yeah!
And we had to have a smoke machine underneath there. So we had to crawl under it was maybe 2 feet, maybe a little less, underneath the stage to turn on... Both of us, to turn on the smoke machine.
And we had to, put it at a certain angle so then it looked like it was coming out of the floor.
Right.
Because if we didn't, then it was just kind of like...
Because that was with, what was the character? Ellard.
How did you remember that?
I don't know. It just came back. I don't know. It came back.
Ellard? Oh, yeah, because I had accents.
Yeah.
And there was... it was Betty and Veronica because they were the old ladies, and we were the understudies for the understudies. So we knew all the lines. So
Not officially.
Not officially. We just said that because it was fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just remember
Do you remember
something.
that, though?
No, but I remember something else, but I can't talk about it right now. Remember the videos that we did backstage?
Yes.
You want to burn?
No. Okay, we're done with that. But yes, The Foreigner was a fun one. I remember those videos, though.
I think I still have them.
Probably, but the cast and crew for those, all the productions that we were involved in high school, so much fun. Honestly, wouldn't be surprised if some of them are still acting and, doing all that stuff.
I think some of them are, which I'm not surprised because they were all very, very talented.
So talented.
I kind of wish we did more acting because we did the classes in high school where it was Theater 1, Theater 2, we had to do monologues.
I did not do Theater 1. I got skipped to Theater 2.
Because I took the class. And so since I took it, pretty much that's the same as Kristina taking it.
Right.
So I took it for both of us, and she just got to go right up into Theater 2. And she missed all the monologues, which I'm trying to think if I can remember some of them.
What about some of the tongue twisters? You did a lot of tongue twisters.
Monologue, yeah, tongue twisters. That's what I was thinking of. But monologues was, that was still Theater 1, I think.
I missed all of it.
Tongue twisters, oh my gosh, it was it's like to sit in solemn silence on a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from the cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Big black block, a short, sharp shock from the cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block. Boom! That's from 10 years ago, and I still remember it. Thank you, Munsterman.
See, I didn't even take the class. I knew at least half of it.
Because I had to practice
She would practice all the time.
There was another one that I really, really liked, and I can't remember what it was. That's the one I remember just because I like to sit in solemn silence. I like seeing that. So.
I just remember you guys doing those, and then
we had to do it down the hall. We would do it down the hall. So we'd be the theater room would be in one part, and then there'd be the hallway outside of it. So then one part of the class would be at one end, and then whoever's doing the tongue twister would be at the other. So we had to project. So then that taught you how to project.
You guys also did Miracle Worker too, right?
Yes, we did Miracle Worker. In Theater 1.
I missed all of this.
I was Helen Keller. And so we had a partner up, so everybody had to do this. Josh is laughing at me right now. I was Helen Keller. I just think of shit. Yeah, Helen Keller. Yeah, whatever. But, so I was Helen Keller, and so we had to reenact the scene where she's getting slapped around and won't eat her food. And all that stuff. I totally forgot about that.
How did you forget about that? I remember coming in to watch you guys perform that.
Literally, I had to get slapped. Not really. It was slapped out of my memory, probably. And I had to, fall over and crawl and do all this stuff. But, pretending to be blind was really hard. Because, you had to, if you're watching, you just had to, look off into the corner. So if somebody's, over to your left, you couldn't look at them. You just kind of don't.
You had to avoid them.
You had to avoid people. So I would find spots on the wall to try and find and look at, be okay, that's my point of focus for this part. But I didn't have to talk, which was great, but it was a lot of action. Yeah.
I remember watching that. I came in to watch.
Splashed with water.
Yeah.
And the partner that I had with that, she and I had, I guess, done a very good job with it to where when we were up in Theater 2, we had to actually re-perform it for the Theater 1 class below us because we were the best ones.
Yeah, no, you guys did a fantastic job. I remember watching that a couple of different times, just in between my passing periods and different things when I wasn't in class.
I wonder if I could do it now.
Probably not. But I remember we also did, in high school, we did tech theater. So we took an entire
that was the best
year of tech theater our senior year.
Yes.
Was that senior year?
I think so. That sounds right.
Yes. Senior year of high school. And I loved being able to make the scale model sets for different productions.
That was awesome.
I did Sweeney Todd, so I got to design, a full scale model set of Sweeney Todd, and then we had to build them. Yes. So not only did we have to do blueprints and draw out, like, the layouts and figure out design and, like, do all this stuff just to make sure that it followed in line with the production. So we also read the scripts and, did all this stuff. And, doing Sweeney Todd, I remember, we had, like, the blueprints and everything. And then we used foam core board to make the model set. And that was a blast. I forget how many hours we ended up spending putting these things together. That was just...
Munsterman, if you're watching or listening, do you still have ours?
Right, I know. I'm curious if you still have them.
Can we have them back?
Probably not once they moved into the new arts building, though.
Oh, yeah.
Once they moved in, stuff probably got lost.
Some of these kids, though, like, we've seen some of the productions in recent years that our high school puts on. It just, like, the talent just gets greater and greater every year. And so it's just... And they're so little.
I know. They seem so young.
They're so little. But yeah, I think I did Peter Pan for mine. And what I did is I built 2 sets because I did the Darling little room where they grew up, and then I did Captain Hook's ship. And what I did is I actually inverted the colors. So then the pirate ship was more fun, happy colors because it's Neverland. And then the bedroom was just like very muted, very neutral, more sad kind of colors to where it's like they wanted to go to more colorful place. And I thought that could be kind of a good way to visualize that.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember some of because we were the only girls in the first semester, and then we had one more girl join us, Constantina. She joined us.
Oh, yeah. I forget so many people's names. This is bad.
How did you forget Connie?
We haven't talked to her in a long time. I feel bad.
But she joined us, so we, there's only 3 of us girls in the 8 tech class, and I remember we learned how to do all the lighting, and we did the lighting for a few like one-man production shows and different things after theater and school.
I'm slowly starting to remember.
It's slowly coming back
it's all coming back.
Yeah,
now.
It's been a while. And then I also remember like our final show. Senior year was very emotional. You can kind of hear it in my voice now too, just like thinking about it.
I'm just sad because we're old. Like, what the heck?
I don't know. It's time's crazy, and I hate it. But I loved because we did an original production for our senior year, Resurrection remixed, and I just remember getting so emotional and. I think that night was Kiss a Techie night too, which is a fun tradition where
we never really got to participate in that a whole lot.
Some of the actors would, if they had bright lipstick on or whatever, would kiss all the techies' cheeks
or on the forehead,
or on the forehead, or just something just to show appreciation.
Or on your arm because that's funny.
Right. It was just It doesn't sound as weird as we're making it sound, but it was a fun tradition.
It's weird.
It is weird. It's theater. What are you gonna do? And then Hell Week was the week of opening night. So it was all the dress rehearsals and just putting the final touches before we opened to an audience. It was crazy. Sometimes we'd have to leave school a little early to make sure that we had everything up. Yeah, I know.
We have to leave class early to go do theater. Shock.
Dang it.
Dang it.
And yeah, it was stressful, beyond stressful most days, but it was so worth it. And it was so cool to see all of this work and effort after so many months of planning and prep to finally finish that opening night show and be like, okay, let's do it again tomorrow. But there was something so just fulfilling, and uplifting to see that, hey, we made this, and that's really cool.
And like, I think part of why like it felt so intense is just because it was a good lesson as far as discipline,
and responsibility, big time.
Managing a team of people, and that kind of stuff. So it really, has been applicable to our life currently.
Right.
I think so. And I think part of why we love cosplay so much is because we love theater.
Right. That
and they go hand in
it.
hand. And I just thought of this when we did tech theater making the foam sets. That kind of jump started our want to create like props, like cosplay.
It definitely did.
So all of it is connected, which I think is really cool.
That's really cool. Thank you, Munsterman.
I know. And I actually had a thought. Munsterman, I don't know if you remember this, but it was, I think it was the first show we did. It was And Then They Came For Me. And since we were on props.
I remember this.
And he just yelled because we had headsets. He's like, I just need a Shriver. I don't care which one. Or was I need a twin. Or I can't remember what exactly he said. But he's just like, I need a twin. But then I think we both showed up.
Ran out
opposite sides of the stage.
opposite wings of the stage. And I think you were on stage.
I think I was on stage left. You were
left,
on stage right.
And I was on right. That was like our areas. We each had our own zones.
And so like we both were just like there, and she was like, "Oh, perfect!" Like
I remember that.
I just remember hearing it in the headset.
Yep.
I need a twin.
And we just ran out.
And we both ran out. But
yeah, I miss it so much.
Do you remember our New York trip senior year to?
How could I forget? That was a blast. We saw Mary Poppins, which is this playbill. I can't see because the backs are behind us. We have 4 playbills, if you guys are listening and not watching, on our table.
So we have Wicked, Mary Poppins, Frozen, and then Lion King.
Oh, did you get that in the right order?
I did, because there's a reflection of the window and I can see it.
Wait, did you just guess that?
Yes.
Well done. You can say yes. You shouldn't have told me your secret.
Oops.
But we saw Mary Poppins.
Yeah, we saw Mary Poppins in New York.
We also saw Warhorse, which was
because that was right before the movie came out, I believe.
Yes, and it was really cool. So Warhorse is about a horse in the war.
Which war? Was it World War I?
I don't remember. I'm going to look it up.
It was World War I, I think.
Talk about the puppet. I'm going to look it up.
But the way they did it is just like with the horse, because you can't have a real horse on stage. Like, that's not going to happen. And so...
World War I.
Oh, I was right. Okay. World War I. And what they did, it was just like this insane puppetry to make the horse come to life.
Right.
And I think it was multiple people. So, like, one person controlled, like, the head and the neck, and then a couple other people controlled the rest of the body. But, like, the way it moved, it looked like a horse.
Right.
Like,
it was phenomenal.
Like, just took the silhouette of it, it was insane. But even then, you would forget that those are actors making it move.
Right. The actors kind of disappeared after a while. Like, upon first glance, when the curtains first opened, we're like, oh, it's a puppet. Okay, this is going to be kind of weird. And then, after so long, you get lost in the story and the characters, and those actors controlling the horse disappeared completely, and they just became part of that character. And yeah, it was fantastic. And then Mary Poppins was...
Oh, that was amazing.
Just a spectacle.
Just the production
blew our
value.
minds.
The production value. They had a giant umbrella come out from under the stage.
I forgot about that.
And it's just the rigging that they had to do with all of this. It's just the songs, the music, all of it. It was fantastic. And I'm so glad you found that playbill.
I know. I can't believe I found
find
it.
Mine.
I can't believe I still have it, honestly.
I have mine somewhere. I have so much stuff from that trip. Still, it's just somewhere under my bed, somewhere. Probably. But I'm just glad you found it.
I know, I am too. And it's not like ruined or anything. It's actually in pretty good condition considering I haven't seen it probably in like 10 years.
We should put these in like a case.
That's what I was saying earlier. I really want to keep these and
kind of have them so then they're pristine.
Do all that. But it, and we'd go see shows, locally with our theater classes and.
Theater in the Round is probably my favorite.
Yes.
Just because the way the actors have to engage with everybody in the theater and just how just the blocking that it takes to do that too.
You remember the word.
Yeah, I remember that stuff, but like actual moments, I don't apparently. But yeah, no, just the blocking and how they had to do everything was it's just really cool how they do Theater in the Round. And now I really want to go see a show.
Experience.
This is great. Now I really want to go see a show, and I'm going to listen to like Broadway musicals.
Well, that's what spurred this.
The rest of the day.
That's exactly what spurred this. We were going to do something else, and then I decided last minute, no, let's talk about musicals because I'm on such a kick right now. I've been listening to all sorts of stuff for the last week or so for some reason, and I wanted to talk about it, so here we are.
Because we were going to do the Office quiz.
That's next week.
That's next week now, so be on the lookout for that. That would be fun. I don't know The Office that well at all.
Yeah, but you're going to quiz me, and then I'll quiz you on something.
It'll
be
fail.
fun. So, with all of that being said, do you have any more fun theater kid anecdotes?
I'm trying to think. I just really liked, it was always really fun being a part of Run Crew because we got to dress in all black, and I just
we felt like ninjas.
We were ninjas backstage.
I just remembered something. Go for it.
Okay,
yeah.
But we had to use gaff tape.
Gaff tape.
And like if we had shoes that had any kind of color or white on it, you could see it. So
I wouldn't have been able to wear these.
Oh my gosh, I'm wearing like my same shoes.
Yeah.
But we like took gaff tape and just completely covered our shoes. Those shoes were completely ruined after that, trying to get the tape.
Because we didn't have black shoes and we couldn't afford to go get, a pair of them.
We have tape. We'll cover them up.
Tape them up and cover them, and we'll be good. Because we couldn't have any white or anything showing during the blackouts because, we wanted to be ninjas and just sneak on and then sneak off. You don't
see us.
Right. And you could kind of hear us. We try to be as quiet as possible.
You would hear us because there would be gaff tape on the bottom and you just hear across the stage. It'd be like silent. You just hear
and tape. Luckily they had, glow tape throughout, just for marking
where to put
and
stuff.
Everything too.
I just thought of something.
But I just thought of something too. So hold on. We'll come back to you.
Okay,
hold it.
Okay.
So they had markings and stuff, and we could kind of tell. Yeah. But we also, in one of the productions, they had a oh gosh, what was it? The big.
Which one are you thinking of?
I think it was Resurrection when they had the big
scaffolding.
Scaffolding. Wow, thank you.
I said that word like
I know.
5 minutes ago.
I drew a blank.
Or 10 minutes ago.
They had the big scaffolding, and I remember we went up there and had a lightsaber fight.
Because why not?
Because why not?
Essentially recreated the fight that Anakin and Obi-Wan have on Mustafar, and they're like going like it was awesome. Recreated that, although we did choreograph our own fight because we're that big of nerds.
Yep. That was my memory. But what is your memory?
So I just remember, I think it was for The Foreigner, and it was when for some reason I was always on stage left. I think you were always on stage right for the productions, because we just got so used to doing that. And so I had my own little team. You had yours, and one of the scenes we had to bring like plates or some kind of like
I remember this.
Like stuff on to like the kitchen counter of the stage, and one of the cups fell.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else. Never mind.
Oh, where are you let me finish this. And one of the cups fell, and it was silent during a blackout, and you just hear clank, clank, clank. All the stuff just fell on the ground, so we had to like pick it up, run, and then run out the door before the blackout was all done. And it was like a half second too close before the lights came back on.
Close call.
It was bad. What did you think of just now?
So just the plate thing reminded me with The Foreigner. There was one scene where they're eating, food and stuff.
Oh my gosh, yes, I know what this is.
They're having a conversation over breakfast or something. They're eating.
Wait, was this during rehearsal or was this during the actual production?
I can't remember. It might have been a dress rehearsal, but it might have been an actual live performance.
I think it was an actual live performance.
I don't remember. I just remember it happening. I remember. And somebody had put like hot sauce in their plate of like eggs and grits and stuff.
You want some grits?
And they had to act through all that, speaking and all that, and it was like extremely hot sauce. Like extremely hot.
I forgot about that.
And so they had to act through it, and I just remember hearing about that, and it was just funny. Just everything's starting to flood back in. And then also, do you remember 5 minutes?
Thank you, 5 minutes.
Yes! Yes! That was just fun traditions. Just the theater is just such a fun community.
Oh my gosh. I know. Again, I think that's why we love cosplay so much, because it's, when you think about it, it's more live theater. Because when you dress up,
you kind of put on a performance. You become that character.
You become that character. And so it's just I would say it's live theater with no script. It's just improv. Which I suck at improv.
I hated improv.
Yeah.
Not very good at it.
I feel like I can think quickly on my feet sometimes, but it really depends on the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Oh my gosh, I just thought of one more thing.
Okay, last thing, and then we're going to move on.
I'm really sorry. So we had to do, I forget what show it was from. It's, Arsenic and Old Lace. We had to do this in Theater 1. And it was 3 people in a scene. And one of my scene partners forgot her line. And so we had to perform this in front of the class. And she forgot her line. And when you forget your line, you're not supposed to be like, oh, I forgot. Oh, crap. Like, what do I do? You just kind of get to where you need to get to kind of get everything back on track. And she just stopped the whole thing, and it cost me a grade.
I remember you telling me this.
I was so mad.
I also remember.
So, is this when I cried?
Yes, I made her cry. I made her cry.
She did it to me because she like got up right in my face.
We were doing, I think we were doing like Greek tragedies. We were doing something, and we had to take
tragic.
We had to take a script and kind of modernize it. And the assignment was, you know, pick. I forget how long it had to be.
I don't remember.
But we had to tweak it, or not tweak the script, but like present it in a way that was modern and different from the original production. What?
Didn't I like swear?
You did something, but I made you cry because it was like an interrogation scene, essentially.
She's like in my face.
In her face this close, and she forgot her lines.
I think I said a bad word.
I forget what grade we got on that, but...
we did not do well.
I think we at least got a B.
Well, you got a B.
I did well.
I think I failed that one.
Yeah. I just remember, like, getting in your face, and then we also made... I'm sorry, I know I said one more thing, but stuff keeps popping up.
Wow.
So when we were doing the Greek and, like, Roman
we had to make
theater,
masks.
we had to make the masks. Because that's... Oh, gosh, Munsterman's going to be so mad at me when I forget what it's called. I'm so sorry.
I'm going to Google it.
It's been 10 years. Give me a break. Please look it up. 'Cause I can't remember.
There's many names.
What's some of them?
It just says drama mask.
Drama mask, that doesn't help.
I don't know how to say that. I don't think that's
why am I drawing a blank?
There's a name, and it's probably literally just like...
Probably. But anyways, we had to make these masks, and it was just really fun and cool, and we each had to adopt like a character for that specific mask, and it was kind of like archetypes and different things for certain characters. It was just a lot of fun, and I'm sure he's still doing that for his classes. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's probably the exact same curriculum. It's just updated as time goes on.
Right.
Crap, that's going to bug me now.
I know. We'll figure it out later. It's okay. Do you want to get into your favorite musicals?
Yes, please.
Or you can even say productions.
Yes,
do we want to limit it to musicals?
Honestly, let's just go with production because it was really
just
hard.
Anything.
It was really hard just to pick one.
All right.
But now I have to look at my list and kind of rethink of some ideas.
Yeah.
But
right. Go for it.
My all-time, up to this moment, is Wicked. All time. Musical production, doesn't matter. It's Wicked.
That's mine too.
Oh, hey.
Surprise, surprise.
And that was actually going to be the very first cosplay we ever did. It was going to be Wicked.
It fell through.
But it fell through. So, like, I was going to be Elphaba. Kristina was going to be Galinda.
Galinda. The Ga. Make myself laugh.
Gravity. I wish I could sing. But, yeah, I love that song.
It's such a good show.
I really wanted to say something.
I saw it in New York recently, and it's like it's one thing to see it as like a touring show. Mm-hmm. You know, it came here to Denver to the Denver Performing Arts Center.
Yeah, we saw it last year.
Twice. We've seen it twice here, and then seeing it in New York, it's a whole other beast. Like,
I really
it's just like that much better. It's so much more elevated, and just the set, it's more just interactive, and you know, we were like second row, so we could see everything, and just I was geeking out overall, just like the technical aspects of it too, and it was phenomenal. I absolutely love Wicked, and that is probably my most repeated Broadway cast album on Spotify.
With the
I listen to it all the time. Yep. All the time.
Original cast. And then after that was Frozen when it came here.
Yes.
Just how they did that especially with like the Olaf puppet. Oh my gosh, like, and you saw that in New York too, right?
Yes, I saw 3 in New York.
She saw 3 when she was in New York. She was there for like
within
5
24
days.
hours.
But I would say, I don't know if I want to put these in a like specific order, but Wicked is number 1.
Yeah.
Fiddler on the Roof.
That's such a good one. I forgot about Fiddler.
I don't remember one of the songs, but it's just like when he's like dancing and he's singing.
If I were a rich man.
If I were a rich man.
Okay, I can't sing, so we're going to stop that before it gets worse. But I love it.
Yeah, I would say Wicked, Frozen.
Tradition. Okay, now I'm done.
And yeah, Wicked, Frozen, Fiddler on the Roof.
Yes. All right.
Your turn.
Wicked. The Phantom of the Opera.
I haven't seen that yet. That's on my list to see.
So good.
I have to see that.
And Les Mis.
That's on my list to see. Wait, you've seen Les Mis?
They did it at Valor, dude.
Oh, they did?
We saw it.
I can't. Oh, yeah. Sorry, it's all coming back to me. Okay, well then I need to change my list because I put that on ones that I haven't seen but want to.
No, and the movie version of Les Mis is
okay. Well,
the most recent movie version, I would just say, with Hugh Jackman is phenomenal too. I would love to see like a professional production of it.
This was high school.
Because this was high school. Granted, it was still amazing for a high school production.
Well, like I said, but seriously, as the years go on, each year the kids get more and more talented.
I know.
And I applaud Munsterman just because he was a fantastic teacher,
director,
advisor. He's become a really good friend. And yeah, coffee soon, Munster.
Please, we miss you.
We miss you. So yeah, just what he's been able to do with these kids and just to elevate everything is just, he's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I also really like Grease. And
Rent.
Frozen and Love Never Dies. Let's see what else.
Have you seen Rent? I've seen the movie. Does that count? It's like the same thing.
No, it doesn't count.
It's the same cast. They took the original production and they put them in a movie. It's the same thing.
No, you got to see the production.
Oh, fine.
It's so much better.
The movie's good,
though. The movie. That's what I like about theater, too. It's all live. Like, if there are mistakes, there are mistakes.
So does this... Okay, what about like, the live productions that they do on, like... Is it NBC that they do, like, every year? Does that count?
No.
Because it's technically live.
It is live,
so then, I would say, yeah, the Grease live is one of my favorites then.
That's a good one. But I love...
They did a good job.
Grease is amazing.
Grease is the word.
Frozen. Yeah, Love Never Dies. What other ones? I had so many, and I took them off the list because I was trying to keep it short.
What about ones you haven't seen?
I haven't seen the Book of Mormon, and
That's
I desperately want to see it. That is on my list, and it's coming here this year. So we need to try and get tickets.
Hamilton is definitely on my list.
I want to see Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, we have like the same list. Okay, so that's not.
It's like we're twins or something.
What? But yeah, like Hamilton is one that I want them to make into a movie.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Book of Mormon, they have to do that too. And I think they're doing a Wicked movie.
Yeah, I think I read that somewhere.
Happening?
Is that a thing? Hope so. And if they do, they need to get Adina and Kristen. So
Wicked.
Can't do it without them. They're the original.
2021.
Is it going to be live action? Or is it going to be like a cartoon? Because I've heard two different things.
It's from Universal, and the last news that they had about it action. Was in December of this last year.
I am so excited now. I wasn't sure if that was actually happening or not. I knew it was rumored, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so it'll be coming to the big screen in 2021.
Oh my gosh. We're seeing... See, okay, that's when we needed to get our cosplays done.
Oh, so
we'll dress up to the theater.
Yes. I want to be green. Because I know, like, we were seriously planning on doing these costumes.
I think I still have the wand.
have the makeup to turn myself green somewhere.
I still have the wand that we made.
I still have the broom.
And the petticoat for under the big ball gown.
You had to wear a pink puffy dress. Ball gown. But yeah, she has to wear a big pink puffy dress, and I'm going to laugh at her.
It's blue.
I thought you were wearing a pink one. Oh, wait, we're not doing the movie. Never mind. Sorry. I had a moment.
Do you not know Wicked?
I do, but I was just thinking, because, like, in the movie with Wizard of Oz.
I know. It's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. Any other musicals on your top list? Or just plays in general, I guess?
Aida.
Oh, that was a really good one, too.
That was really good.
Oh, my gosh, there's so many. Guys and Dolls was really good.
Guys and Dolls.
Oh, gosh.
I don't know if I can.
Did you say Gorsh?
No, I said gosh, but
it sounded like Gorsh.
So I went Gorsh, like goofy.
Hold on. I also want to see Mean Girls. That's a Broadway musical now.
That's like seeing the Legally Blonde version.
I don't even care. I just want to see it just to see it.
Okay, you do you, man. Okay.
Well, I'll just go by myself.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
I'll have a blast. I will have a blast. You're going to wish you went with me.
Yeah. We'll see. Oh, wait. There's Beetlejuice in New York. I really wanted to see that.
I don't care about that one.
Yeah, Phantom of the Opera. Let's see what they have on the Broadway site. Let's find out. Frozen. Yeah, Mean Girls. Moulin Rouge. Wicked. What else? Hamilton, Lion King. Oh, Dear Evan Hansen. I want to see that.
I've heard mixed things about that. I heard it's really good, and I know it won like a bunch of Tonys and stuff, but I have no interest.
What about Aladdin?
Oh, I've seen Aladdin. Aladdin was really good. It came to Denver like a couple years ago. That was really good. Chicago. I love Chicago. I love it.
A lot of these I just don't care. Jersey Boys.
Newsies is really good. They have the film version of the Broadway show on Netflix, actually. I've been meaning to watch that.
So tonight?
Yes.
Jersey Boys.
Didn't they do a movie of that?
I think so.
Like recently?
I don't know. Rock of Ages is another one.
They have School of Rock is one too.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Beetlejuice I think is one I want to go see that just because the guy that plays Beetlejuice is weird. Hadestown, I've heard that I think was pretty good.
Any like classic movie musicals that you haven't seen?
That I haven't seen?
Or want to see? Or
oh man. What about you? I need to think.
I hate to admit this.
Oh, I'm so excited to hear this.
I've never seen Singing in the Rain. I desperately want to watch that movie. I know all the music, but I've never seen the film, so that's definitely on my must-watch list for sure. I've never watched Rent, so that's on there too.
Rent is so good. I love Rent.
What about you? Did that give you any time to think? Nope. Too quick.
Let me just look at movie musicals and then
Mamma Mia.
Well, we've seen that. No, duh. Like,
no, I'm just saying that's just a good one. When you said movie musical, that's the first thing that came to mind.
La La Land.
La La Land.
Greatest Showman, Into the Woods.
Okay, we're gonna flip this. I would love The Greatest Showman to be a Broadway production. Can you imagine?
The Sound of Music. That's
did you hear me?
Movie. I did.
Okay. You didn't respond.
I'm sorry. The Greatest Showman is a production. What about La La Land as a production? Then they could like make them fly like they did in the movie.
That'd be cool, actually. I love La La Land, so that'd be really interesting.
I'm trying to think how they would do that. Because then I'm like, Theater in the Round would be kind of cool, but then with some of the moments in the movie, I don't know how that would work.
They'd probably tweak it just to fit the stage. Like, they'd probably leave some stuff out.
I want to see Into the Woods as like a production.
See, I would want to see the first half.
I hate
because the second half is just dark and depressing.
No. Hold on, there's a lot on here. West Side Story.
Oh, that's a good one.
There's a lot of Disney movies on here, so I'm gonna skip over those.
Well, Disney's like taking over Broadway now too, with Frozen, Lion King.
True. Dreamgirls.
Mary Poppins. What other Disney ones are there?
Rocky Horror Picture Show is on here. Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay, I actually just watched that like last weekend for the first time.
Anastasia.
Super weird.
The King and I.
Love Anastasia. You can't just keep naming all these because I'm going to get sidetracked.
I know. What else? Some of these I don't know because they're old. Yeah.
I think it's a good list, though. Very good list.
I like it. What else? Is that it?
I know there's more on my list, but we can always do a second part to this podcast.
Watch all of these now. This is really bad, you guys.
We'll just have a movie musical marathon. Maybe we'll do like a throwback movie review on some of the movie musicals. Oh my gosh, I'm like tripping over my words.
That's what tongue twisters help.
Yes. Maybe we can do an old like throwback kind of movie review of movie musicals. There we go. So like we could do a review on Singing in the Rain and stuff like that. That could be kind of fun.
I'm going to try. I want to find one more tongue twister because I just want to do one more. But I can't remember. The only one I remember is To Sit in Solemn Silence because I had to do that like so many different times.
I just remember you practicing at home.
To Sit in Solemn Silence. I know there was another one. That was like really, really hard. It's going to bug me.
Is it like the...
Like,
pickle one or something? Pickled peppers or something? Was that one?
No.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. That was too slow.
I'm going to find it. This is going to drive me nuts.
Well, it's okay if you don't.
But I want to find it.
I don't know. I just really want to just do theater, like maybe on the side as a hobby and stuff. Like pick it up again, just be part of some productions and crew and stuff. Just because I miss it. It was such a fun environment.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm still looking.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to fill the time so it's not just silence.
Silence!
Hurry up. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. So much. When you Google one thing, like
5.
you get a million. I can't find
4.
it. I can't find it.
Okay.
I can't find it.
Done. I don't want that to drag on longer than it
I
needs
can't remember. I probably still have my theater folder where all of these are in. So I will look for that when I get home because I'm very, very curious and I want to know what it is.
Awesome. Well, any last-minute thoughts? Any last-minute additions to your lists?
Probably, but I don't know what they are.
There's too many,
There's too many.
I really want to see Funny Girl.
What's that?
Did you really just ask me what Funny Girl is?
Is that bad?
What song do I sing all of the time? Think Barbra Streisand. Don't rain on my parade, dude.
Oh!
You're killing me, Smalls.
No, I was thinking of a different song.
Which song? Oh, it's probably something from Glee.
Yep. Wait, are we going to do a Glee podcast?
Yes.
When?
I don't know. Down the road.
That'd be fun.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, that was easy.
I have nothing.
All right.
All right. Well, hey, don't forget, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ring that bell to get notified on our latest videos and podcasts. You can get notifications for some of our videos, but we recommend all of them because why not? Because we're awesome. Like,
right.
Hello.
And we have a ton of awesome podcasts, so go check them out.
And make sure you change the settings on your mobile device so then you can get those notifications. So when you're on the go, you get them. Okay? And be sure to follow us on iTunes, Red Circle, and Spotify, as well as our Instagram accounts, which will all be in the description box below.
And we just want to give a big shout out to Josh, our producer.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you. We also want to give a shout out to our sponsor today, Pin Business Network. Be sure to check them out at pinbn.com. That's pinbn.com.
Yep.
That's all we got for you guys.
To sit in solemn silence, that's what it is.
Yep.
So, all right, we will catch you guys on the flip side.
Bye.